the Trinity video. That's right, we do these Trinity minutes, although most of them are 7 or 8 minutes, every week because we think you should have a sensation that you go into where you really feel all the way through your body the feeling of an energy. Just sitting down to do a meditation every week and having a word bubble above your head isn't really going to help anybody. That's what we're here for. What are you here for? If you want to be part of this, sign up. Get part of what we're doing by subscribing to this channel or liking this video. Maybe give us a comment. Maybe share it with somebody that you think could really benefit. All of these things increase the scope of what we're doing, which of course is changing the consciousness, one energy at a time, empowering these energies into the mass consciousness so it becomes harder and harder to ignore things like integrity and compassion and understanding and unity. These are very important energies for human beings to have at their disposal. And that's what we do together in these Wednesday night meditations. This week, we're talking about the energy of gratitude, which is an amazingly important energy, but often misunderstood. Most of the time, we think of gratitude as, I received something. Somebody gave me something and it was nice and I'm grateful. The problem with that approach is it means that your gratitude is very reactive. You can't conjure it up on your own. You have to wait until the outside world presents you with a nice gift. Here you go. Here's a 3-day weekend. And you go, oh my God, that's so nice. That's exactly what I needed. I can receive that. I'm so grateful that my boss or my company or the government gave me this wonderful 3-day weekend. Where am I in that? Does that in any way empower me as a creator? Nope. I'm just lucky to have received it. And that's the problem with gratitude. When used correctly, gratitude is the gateway to continuity. Something comes to you and you go, oh my God, this is my creation. This is so cool. Where do I want to put this next? And it starts this cycle of paying it forward. And you become part of this big flow of energy. But when you think of gratitude as just happy to have received, then it stops there. Something comes to you and you go, oh, that's nice. What a nice present. I'm happy to have received that from this nice person or this lucky situation. But you're not claiming that you're a creator in that at all, so it stops with you, right? The only thing that might happen is you might be inspired to be nice also and give something to somebody else. But that's not the same thing as realizing that if you received that, it's because that's who you are. You created that. I don't just randomly receive people coming up to me and expressing integrity. I receive that because I'm a person of integrity and I draw that to me. So to really master gratitude, you have to do 2 things. Number 1, you have to accept that you're the creator of this. And number 2, you got to pay it forward somewhere. So the ownership and the continuity are the 2 important parts of gratitude. To help me remember this, I always think of a person getting an Academy Award or an Emmy or a Tony or something. They go up on stage and they go, oh my God, I won, thank you so much. And they hand them this big trophy. And they always do this thing where they hold the trophy close. And then eventually they realize, oh, I've got to thank people. I've got to give a speech here. And so they'll get out their notes. And then it kind of hits them, oh, I earned this. We earned this. And this wouldn't have been possible without my wife and my director and all the guys in the sound room. And then they start naming people. And they're like, wow, we created this thing here. And they start to take ownership of it. It's not just somebody handed me a gift and I think that's nice. Now I start realizing this is my creation. And then you start thinking, okay, what do I want to pay forward here? And that's when usually somebody says, I'm going to take this moment to talk about the rights of Native Americans or something. And they'll get political or whatever. Because now they realize I've created this position of power. What do I do with it? Those are the 2 important pieces of gratitude. And I have a self-defense exercise that I think will help you see that. This is a technique that I believe comes from the Russian art of samba, or sambo, sometimes people say. I don't know for sure, but every name that I've heard of it is Russian something. They'll call it the Russian tie, or the Russian 2-on-1, or the Russian armbar. And you see it all over the place now. It's in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's in MMA. Everybody uses this because it's useful. If somebody comes at you with a knife, you're going to block, but then instantly you're here on the outside. And what you want to do is hold this against your body so that they can't do anything with it. Now they've still got one arm that they can do something with, so you're going to put your shoulder into their shoulder and use that as a lever. Right? You can eventually take them down to the ground that way. You can break that arm. It's an actual arm bar, not the kind we're used to, but it works that way. I like the knife as an application because it makes you think, I gotta hold this thing tight. But it doesn't have to be a knife. It can be any situation. If somebody were to grab you or try and put you into this clinch or grab some hair or something, you might just slip out from under it by pushing this here and ducking. And that also puts you in this position. You want to grab it and you want to hold it against your body, and if you lean into it, you can break that elbow. But if they start getting frisky, you're going to want to use your shoulder and force them down. Works for a punch. If I throw a punch and you miss, there you are. If I'm acting squirrely and it looks like something's going to happen and I get my finger up, you may just want to jump and grab that thing right there. And probably this one. Okay. Right? If I'm here and this arm's not being used, that may be your opening move. Instead of trying to hit me or anything, you may just jump for it and grab it. And there you go. And you want to hold it against your body. There. Just like that. 2-on-1. That's the Russian 2-on-1, or the Russian tie, Russian armbar. And then you use your shoulder as a lever, pull them down. Thank you, Jim. Now, why is that important? Because it incorporates those two pieces. There's the hug, hold it tight, and then there's the what do I do with it. Those two pieces, owning it as my creation. I created this. I deserve this award. This was my hard work. Owning it, hugging it in. And then, what do I want to do with this power that I've created? And there's the shoulder. So this motion, hug, shoulder, hug, shoulder, is a really good way to get into your subconscious the feeling, the sensation of gratitude. If you think this stuff's cool, stay tuned for more Trinity.